Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be doing a review on the Nebo Torchy 1K or 1000 lumens. So let's get into it and check it out. Hopefully this thunderstorm back here won't bother us, but we should be fine. Let's go ahead and get that checked out. Alrighty guys, so here we are with the Nebo Torchy. Let's go ahead and get unboxed and see what's in the box. Or see what's like, because obviously there's a flashlight in the box, but anyway. It's got plastic over it, so it's going to be hard to open up. So this is what it looks like in the box when you get the Nebo Torchy. You got your Nebo Torchy flashlight right here, and you have your charger cable and the other stuff right here. Alright, let's go to get the Nebo Torchy out. Alright, let's set that off to the side and we'll get out the charging cable. The mag dock here is pretty handy. It basically just snaps onto a flashlight like this, so when you're charging it, it just snaps right on like that. I'll demonstrate that when it's actually charging in just a little bit. Now let's check out the battery. Here's this disc, I'm going to dump that out. The battery here is comes out. The battery here is just a fairly standard 16340 battery. Nothing that special. It has that type of thing on the bottom for the mag dock charging. It's a 700 mAh milliamp hour battery. So that's the battery this thing uses. Bottom down here has no spring, it just has a wet contact point there. The LED, I'm not sure what kind of LED it is, but it looks like a TIR lens, which is typical of most EDC flashlights. Nice shiny aluminum bezel there. The clip on here isn't too bad. It's nothing super fantastic, but it'll work. The button is recessed in there, but yeah, okay, let's turn it on. Wow, did you hear that? There's some massive thunder outside. Well, let's turn this thing on. Okay, it's not turning on. I'll be back with you in a bit. Okay, we are all good. I'm a massive moron. The battery was in there backwards, so I'm going to turn this on just right here. And let's see what we got right here. Okay, so this is the high mode at 500 lumens. We'll go down to medium, that's 200, and we'll go down to low, which is 50, and then we go off. So that's basically how you can see it has a smart power control where it steps down. It doesn't just boom all the way down to the next one, it kind of fades down. It's easy on your eyes and all that. Has a bit of a hotspot in the middle with a bit of flood around it, as you can see right there. Also, you can see it has a blue, that means the battery level is 25% or more. When it gets down to red, it means it's below 25% and you probably want to charge it. So we'll go all the way down through the modes, you just step down like that. So I think we can hold it down for turbo. Yep, it's turbo 1000 lumens. And you see that's red, so I can't do turbo. It'll be below 25% on if I try to do turbo, as you can see there. So we're going to get this thing charged up before we do any more. So that's basically how that works. Let's go and check out this mag dock. So I've got this power bank right here. I'll just plug this into. And you can see this thing here goes blue, which it goes blue basically when it's ready to charge this light. And since it's a magnetic, it just snaps right on. And the red means it's charging. And when it turns blue, when that light turns blue, that means it's all the way charged. So it just snaps on like that. This type of charger is pretty handy. I like it because it makes it more waterproof and stuff, but it can also be a problem. Like if you get dirt and other debris stuck in there, it won't charge as well. Or if it gets rusty. So you want to watch that, just make sure that stays clean so it actually charges well. That's probably one of the biggest downsides of it, but otherwise it works really good. So we'll have to take it outside and test it in the dark, see how it does outside in the dark, the different light modes. Alright guys, so we are out here with the Nebo Torchy, and we are going to test out test it out here in the dark and see how far it shines, different modes, and just see how it works as a little flashlight. So right now I'm out here with the Nebo Torchy, having the low mode for the lighting for this. But let's go ahead, I'll turn it off, and we'll see how far it can shine. Just for a short press of the button, it goes back to the last mode you used, which is memory mode. This was the last mode I used, which is the low, so we'll turn that off. And here we got 500 lumens, I'm quite certain. Let's turn this off again just to make sure. Yeah, here's 500 lumens. Here's 500 lumens. It's showing blue, which means it got good battery. So there's, I don't know if you can see that little pile of chips right there. That's maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 yards away, not that awfully far away. There's a white bucket up there in the gate you can see. It's a little bit hard to see, but that's maybe more like 30 or 40 yards away. Got that big tree right there, just making that tree right there. As you can see, that's only like 30 or 40 yards as well. And you can't see on camera, but it's making a tree out here in the field that is 100 yards away. You can't see it on camera, but it's definitely making that pretty well, I can tell. And then it's making the trees down there. I don't think you can see that either on camera, but it's making those trees down there pretty well, which are a good 50 yards away. You can see it's making that thing on the telephone wires. Just hitting that. That is probably about 30 or 40 meters, 30 or 40 yards away. And you can see that it's making that little chicken coop down there. Edge of that is probably about the same distance away as over here on the 500 lumens. Well, either way, I really hope you enjoyed that video about the Nebo Torchy. That's what this light is capable of. That's what it can do. That's what it'd be like to use it around in everyday things after dark. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.